You may notice some new anti-smoking ads airing on WUSA 9 and other local and national television. Take a look at this.
A federal court has ordered Altria, R.J. Reynolds Tobacco, Lorillard, and Philip Morris USA to make this statement about the health effects of smoking. Smoking kills, on average, 1,200 Americans every day. More people die every year from smoking than from murder, AIDS, suicide, drugs, car crashes, and alcohol combined. Smoking causes heart disease, emphysema, acute myeloid leukemia, and cancer of the mouth, esophagus, larynx, lung, stomach, kidney, bladder, and pancreas. Smoking also causes reduced fertility, low birth weight in newborns, and cancer of the cervix.
Those ads were paid for by tobacco companies as part of a lawsuit that goes back to 1999. Joining me right now is Matt Myers, president of the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids. Matt, explain to us how those ads came about, and they're being made by the tobacco companies.
They came about because the federal court found that the tobacco companies had engaged in a 50-year conspiracy to deceive the American public about how harmful the products are, how addictive they are, and shocking to many people, the court found that they manipulate nicotine levels in order to create and sustain addiction. The goal of the ads is to ensure that the tobacco companies no longer get away with those lies in order for the public to know the actual truth.
What about the words themselves? I mean, did you guys have to agree on the language?
The court ordered the words specifically to deal with the specific deceptions and lies that she found that the tobacco companies had made. What's really troubling is that tobacco companies have spent more than a decade trying to prevent the public from seeing these words and from trying to water them down. For example, the earlier statement said specifically that they were being ordered to make these statements because the court had found they had deceived the American public. It is a clear sign that tobacco companies haven't changed their ways.
Who are these ads aimed at? Who are they hoping to convince, not to start smoking, if you are smoking, to stop?
These ads are largely designed to reach a broad range of the American public. They're not traditional anti-smoking ads. What they're designed to do is tell the truth about tobacco products and the way that tobacco companies behave in order to prevent the tobacco companies in the future from being able to deceive the public, adults and children alike.
Okay. These ads are going to be seen on television.
These ads will be seen over the next year on primetime television. They'll be seen in 50 newspapers. Shortly, ads similar to these will be required to be posted on the tobacco companies' websites, and in the near future, we'll see them in inserts on cigarette packs.
I was going to say, what about going where the young people are, to try and convince them not to start smoking? Social media, not on the tobacco company websites, but on, the social media websites where the young people are.
It's a very good point. There's two issues that are outstanding. One is the court ordered that the tobacco companies be required to place these ads in convenience stores around the country where young people would see them. The tobacco companies are still fighting that. The second important fact is that our goal is to ensure that through social media from organizations like ours, the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, and others, that we place these ads in as many places so that young people will see them. Again, the goal is to ensure that the tobacco companies can't deceive our young people.
Are you convinced that the tobacco companies are still doing things to entice, encourage young people to start smoking?
Absolutely. We adults don't see it, but go into convenience stores and you'll see very colorful packages. Go onto the internet and you will see the same kind of imagery that attracted our children. Our goal is to ensure that these ads tell the truth about tobacco products starkly and in a way to get the attention of young people and adults.
I'm told the amount of money that the tobacco companies are spending on these ads, it's a drop in the bucket compared to how much money they have available.
Well, if you want a sign about how hard the tobacco companies are still marketing their product, last year they spent over $8 billion in the United States marketing their products. These ads are a drop in the bucket. That's why news stories like this are so important to get the word out.
They're important, but it's also discouraging, when you go into stores and you see people are still buying cigarettes, and they're very, very expensive. Not to mention very, very hard. They will kill you. Cigarette smoke will kill you. We know that.
They will kill you, they will addict you, they will change your life. The good news is, over the last decade, we have made dramatic progress. Youth smoking is at record-breaking low levels. Our goal is to ensure that these ads are part of a broad-based, comprehensive campaign to ensure that even fewer young people ever start.
All right, well, we appreciate what you do.
Thank you very much for having me.
You stay at it, and we'll stay at it here, too.
Thank
Thanks a
you.
lot, man. Okay. Here on Off Script, we had former smokers actually tweet and go on Facebook to tell us how they quit smoking. This campaign was prompted by the death of our good friend and former local TV anchor Jim Vance. Jim died of lung cancer back on July 22nd. This is what you shared with us. Linda wrote, keep trying, count to 15 every time you have a craving, and find new ways to deal with stress. I love that. It's good stuff. Paul suggested lots of gum, not nicotine, and get past the first 2 months. If you want to really quit, you can do it. So if you've got a tip, a new tip that worked for you, tweet me, let me know. We're going to share it right here on Off Script.